What's up everyone, John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo here, and it's time to talk about updates to the tablet that started the craze, the iPad. Let's go ahead and get started. Generally, Apple products, particularly the mobile products, are on a year refresh cycle. We see updates to the iPhone every year, the iPod line every year. I would assume that the iPad will be no exception. However, being a first generation device, we don't really have any data to pull from. We know it launched in April, so we expect something to come out before April. However, rumors are starting to get louder and louder and louder that we may see the first refresh to the iPad somewhere around January or February of 2011. Usually predicting updates to Apple products would be quite difficult. However, predicting what we're going to see in iPad 2 is actually going to be quite easy. Here's what I think we're going to be seeing for the update to the iPad 2, which I do think we will have out right after the holiday season, probably around January. First, cameras. We're going to have a front-facing camera for video chat and a back-facing camera for video and pictures capable of recording 720p video and a VGA resolution camera on the front, similar to what we see on the iPod Touch and the iPhone 4. That is a no-brainer. The tablet is a natural extension for the FaceTime video chat application. I think it's going to be a really useful feature. Actually, it would add some business use as well. You know, from conference room to conference room or office to office, if you have located across the country, even across the world, people are starting to use their iPads for business. This would be a really nice tool to be able to talk, to interact with people, and even from a non-business standpoint, to talk, interact with friends. A very large-scale Retina display. The display on the iPhone 4 and the iPod Touch are extremely high resolution. I think it would only stand to reason that we're going to see that same display transplanted to a larger scale on the iPad. I think we didn't see it launched. From a price standpoint, it would have been too expensive to put in a new product. However, we've had a year to sort of see the prices come down, and hopefully economies of scale play in, and I think we'll see a reduced price for those displays, which will translate to much higher resolution iPad displays. Awesome. I don't think we're going to see any sort of gigabyte bump. I think we're going to see the same 16, 32, and 64 configurations. I think the prices are going to stay the same. The big question is whether or not we're going to see an iPad on Verizon, and I don't think that there's that much of an interest or really that big a desire to have an iPad on another network. It's not using it for voice calls, so you don't have to worry about drop calls or anything like that. AT's AT&T's rather HSDPA network is relatively quick and robust, and actually in speed tests is generally the fastest mobile network around when it comes to sheer data. So while we may see a Verizon iPad, I think it would be more a harbinger of a Verizon iPhone coming, so I don't expect that we're going to see any sort of cross-carrier iPad. I think it's going to stick with AT&T. So for all you Big Red fans out there hoping for a Verizon iPad, your hopes are probably going to be dashed. Will we see a change in the design and the look of the iPad? I don't think we will. The iPad really falls in line for what we've seen with Apple's design standards. Looks very similar to the iPhone 4, however different to the new generation iPod Touch, which has sort of a shinier back. I think on a display this big, having a shinier back would make it even more of a fingerprint magnet than it already is. So I think these updates to the iPad are going to be very minor. We may see an improved, new, and updated A4 chip. The A4 chip first debuted in the first generation iPad, so we've had a year now. Maybe we'll see a 1.4 or a 1.2 gigahertz A4 chip, which may also be a sign of what we can expect in the next generation iPhone, iPhone 5, and perhaps the next generation iPod Touch as well. I'll probably see a bit of a RAM boost as well, so just a general speed increase, some cameras, and a better display. So more of an evolutionary than a revolutionary update, but certainly a welcome one nonetheless. So what do you guys think? Do you agree, disagree? Do you expect to see a new iPad before April? I certainly do. Am I missing a feature that you wish the iPad would have? I would love to hear from you. We've already seen the operating system it's probably going to launch with, iOS 4.2, although we maybe will see a sneak preview of some sort of weird iOS 5 or iPad-specific iOS. Who knows? I don't think that we will, personally. Anyway, guys, I am John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo. I want to hear your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.